The biggest Millie moment ever right now is this. You shouldn't have to push your business to the next level. This is your first huge obstacle. It's a big one. I know I suffered with it too. Like honestly, until pretty recently, I didn't embrace this truth. I didn't embrace this mindset shift. Hear me clearly. Growth isn't about grinding harder. It's about removing the obstacles that are holding you back so that your business can naturally move forward. I love y'all. Let's go be richer, shall we? All right. Every Tuesday at 10 o'clock Central Time, I do 10 at 10 on Tuesday in our Facebook group. What? You don't know about our Facebook group? Oh my goodness, check it out. It'll be in the links for the show, or you can just go to RETAILMavens FB for Facebook.com, and it'll take you right there, right to the Richer Retailer group. And I do this live every single Tuesday, and it's always where I'm answering questions that people have submitted. And this one from Linda, I answered it today, and it was so powerful, I had to share it with you too. Now, the truth is, I actually answered it. I actually did the live from my bathroom, my first floor bathroom. That was pretty funny. And I tried to set you up in there also. However, it's a small bathroom. I live in an old house from the 1920s, and it's a very small bathroom, literally under a staircase that goes upstairs. So it didn't work. But I do have my props with me to show you. So this was Linda's question. She asked, I feel as though I'm always one step behind. I have fantastic employees and systems in place, but yet profit and cash flow are always an issue. How do I properly structure my business and market my business to really push it to the next level? All right, let's break this down, okay? She starts by saying, I feel like I'm always one step behind. Oh my goodness, Linda, I'm so grateful you shared that, because I know you aren't where you want to be yet, right? That's what it is. So stick with me, because there's a little Millie mindset shift. When I say Millie, I mean, that's what we call our $1 million store owners. And I tell you, you don't have to be a Millie. You don't have to be a $1 million store owner in order to have the mindset of one. And in fact, that's how you get there. The other thing is that in these podcasts, I'm always sharing a Millie moment with you, because I want to make sure that you walk away with something concrete that you can take action on, right? And this is the first Millie mindset, the first Millie moment that I want you to really hear. I feel as though I'm always one step behind. I tell you that everyone feels like that. Everybody feels like that. It's not just you, but I tell you that it's also a mindset, and you have to choose to be grateful for exactly where you are right now. And say to yourself, well, I say to myself, God's not done with me yet. I've got further to go, right? That is so true of you. You're not finished yet. You have to work on enjoying the journey, right? That's the trick, is to be so grateful for what you have, but continue to grow. You want to continue to grow, right? That's the next moment. But gratitude, and choosing that gratitude mindset, is our Millie moment right here. And Linda, thanks again for being so vulnerable. I really appreciate it. Then she says, I have fantastic employees and systems in place. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Talk about something to be grateful for. So many people struggle with that. That's incredible. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulations. I'm genuinely so happy for you, Linda. I really am. But yet, she says, profit and cash flow is always an issue. And if you still feel like you're just like you're dog paddling to keep your head above water with cash flow and profit, you're right. You have to change something for sure. And I'm going to get into that in just one second, because then the next thing that she says is, how do I properly structure my business and market my business to really push it to the next level? And you're right. You have to change your structure for sure. And marketing possibly also. I'm going to get to that. But the biggest Millie moment ever right now is this. You shouldn't have to push your business to the next level. This is your first huge obstacle. It's a big one, I know I suffered with it too. Like, honestly, until pretty recently, I didn't embrace this truth. I didn't embrace this mindset shift. Hear me clearly. Growth isn't about grinding harder. It's about removing the obstacles that are holding you back so that your business can naturally move forward. This is where my first floor bathroom faucet comes in. You see, at the end of my faucet is this. Now, to be sure, I don't know what the name of this is. I have no idea. It's the little thing that's at the very end of the faucet. And what happens is that when you turn on the water, usually the water comes out full force. And then gradually, to be honest, I don't even ever notice it. But suddenly there's less flow than there ever was before. And that's when my beloved Paul gets in there and he takes this off. He takes this little gadget off the very end of the faucet and he unscrews it. And then he looks at it and he takes out, in fact, you can see that there's a little rock in there right now. He just did this yesterday. This is what made me think of it. And he takes out these rocks because over time, little rocks, little obstacles get in place and keep the water from flowing through. There's a screen here that holds those rocks, those obstacles. It keeps the water from going through. And that's exactly what's happening here. You've got these obstacles that are literally holding you back from that beautiful flow of all that business that you want, all those sales and all that profit and cash flow that you want. So that's the first. Now that we've obliterated that obstacle, let's move on to the third, because our first obstacle was the Millie mindset of gratitude. The second obstacle was that growth isn't about grinding harder. It's about removing the obstacles. Think about it. Be aware, look for, be curious about what obstacles are holding you back so that your business can naturally move forward. I tell you what our inclination is, we're not where we want to be. If we feel like we're always one step behind, we just feel like we have to work harder. That's not sustainable and not the answer, says the woman who has done it for decades. Truly. All right. Now that we've obliterated both of those obstacles, let's move on to the third. So you said that you feel like you're just keeping your head above water with cash flow and profit. And you are so on the money, pun intended. You are so right in knowing that the correct question here is to ask how to properly structure your business, because you have to be intentional about structuring your business for profit and for cash flow. You see, for so long, we've all used this old broken formula that is sales minus expenses equals profit. So profit's the last thing. That doesn't ever work. There somehow is never money just magically left over, right? Instead, you have to flip it. And you have to put profit first. So the brand new formula is sales minus profit equals expenses. That's the trick. When it comes to being profitable and having good cash flow, profit first is not just a concept. It's the foundation for sustainable growth. It is. If cash flow is always tight, we use profit first to help you structure your finances so that you pay yourself first and set aside profit and stop running on fumes, because I know that's what it feels like. And listen, while the process outlined in the book is powerful, it's Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. We'll put a link to it below. It's not created for retailers. And that's what we have done. I'm accredited in it. We're certified in it. And we have been studying it for years and years. And we include it in our teaching. It's in the DNA of our Profit Club. It is. And the thing is that it's not only about changing that formula. It also, you have to look at other factors that can impact it. It could be that pricing is wrong, or it could be that margin strategies are the missing pieces. Those are two very important things that nobody talks enough about. It could be that you have to have a plan to move out inventory correctly. Yes, that's right. There is a process for that. There is a science for that. There's an art and a science to all of retail, and we are experts on the science part. We're geeks about it. We really love it. So if sales are coming in, but the profit isn't, even small adjustments in your pricing or in the cost of goods can create major shifts in your bottom line. It's incredible how that works. And about marketing, you have to ask yourself, are you driving the right traffic into your store? Or if your marketing isn't bringing people in or not leading to profitable sales, then it's time to check that strategy and refine it a bit, right? So there's a couple of different things about it. So these are all possible obstacles that are keeping you from getting to what you want, from where you want to go. A little personal note here. As I was looking at that little gadget that's at the end of the faucet, there's a screen there that holds the rocks, or obstacles, really, we could say, right there. And it made me think how often I am the bottleneck in my own business, that I don't deal with these obstacles that I know I should deal with. And it's really inspired me to have this curiosity about what obstacles am I not seeing? Just approach it with fun. Just ask yourself, and trust me, it's amazing what you learn. So those are your Millie moments here. And listen, whether it's cash flow or inventory or team or marketing, what's actually holding you back? What are the obstacles that you want to get out of the way so you no longer have to hustle, so you no longer have to grind so hard, and so you can grow and you can get ahead and have better cash flow and be that owner that is super confident about being a store owner. Right, there's always going to be fires. There's always going to be things that will happen, but you have a toolbox of ways of handling it. You don't have to guess at what you should do. You don't have to be the person that is trying to fill that toolbox on your own. The greatest failure of stores and of businesses in general is that you have owners who are trying to solve problems that they don't have the training for. That's what happened to me. That's how I was almost bankrupt. And that's when I founded Retail Mavens, because I didn't want anyone else to experience that again. And it's what we do inside our Profit Club. We pinpoint that biggest challenge that you have, and we give you exact strategies. We co-create the exact strategies you need to take action on it. We just recently upgraded our entire Profit Club experience to include this hyper-focused, results-oriented approach, where we're just sharing with you what we know is going to move the needle the fastest, meaning get those obstacles out of your way so that you can grow. We want to tackle these challenges head on. And if you are tired of feeling one step behind like Linda, this is the place for you. It is. And listen, drop a comment. There'll be a link in the show notes that you can sign up for a call with us. We've been around for a long time. We've been doing this a long time. We're not ever pushy. We just want to help. You can sign up for a game plan call. You'll be led to an application to fill out to make sure that we're a right fit for getting started, and then we'll have a call together. And it's incredible to see the game plan that can be created for your store and what this can look like. If this inspired you or encouraged you or changed you in some way, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave us a review and connect with me over in our Facebook group that I shared with you about, RETAILMavens, FB.com. I'm so grateful to be able to have this opportunity to share this with you. Listen, I want you to know that you are astonishingly fabulous and you are loved. Happy retailing.